Walter and I founded Oppidan because we felt there was a problem with what was going on in the existing tuition sector. Parents were definitely not proud about the tutors they were employing. Children were not excited about tuition sessions, and schools were not endorsing tutoring roles within a family outside school.
So everything we do at Oppidan is based on one thing, really easy to understand. It's student ownership. It's giving kids autonomy and agency in their education. So we do that through mentoring one-on-one outside of school, in about 60 schools within the school curriculum, on summer camp, and on a new platform called Disco. So the Oppidan approach is very simple, really. It starts with outlining the impact that we're trying to make, which broadly speaking is giving kids confidence and ownership, which leads to the attainment of better grades in itself. In order to do that, we need to build a team to achieve it. That's taking on often full-time people who see mentoring as a beneficial thing to their own education. It's having a really clear pedagogy and playbook so that every single mentoring session follows the same clear principles. And it's having really good impact reports to make sure that we're achieving those goals.
And the bottom line here for us is basically to always put the child first, which might sound a bit trite without evidence, but really for us, it's about making sure that they want to be there. If they're not engaged, if they're not enjoying it, if they don't really respect the relationship with that mentor, there is no point in continuing. It might sound crazy, but we receive the odd call from parents with children as young as 2 or 3 who are already worried about the 11 plus or going to Harvard. But the truth is that the 11 plus is not nearly as complex or as chaotic a process as people might imagine. Our job is to manage expectations and to be really honest with parents.
Yeah, it's not that we knock parents having high expectations. That's brilliant and should be championed. I think it's about softening them or thinking about them with thought and care and aligning the expectations of the parent with the child as well. That's key, really. So the best way to describe Oppidan is simply a community of mentors. We have about 250 of them who join us quarterly on a graduate program. We take about 30% of applicants, 40% of those are in full-time jobs, and they join on a 7-week training program before they start.
I think they are literally the rock and the foundation of everything that Oppidan stands for, from architects to civil servants, actors, journalists, all sorts of creatives and professionals leading busy working lives. We are super proud of them, and we champion the way that they manage to inspire and engage the children in their care. So it's interesting that Oppidan does so many different things across different age groups, and yet we've honed in on this interview product that's been really popular in about 50 or 60 prep and primary schools, where we work throughout the year with years 5, 6 and 7 to prepare for interviews, as well as supporting those families outside of school time as well.
So what is the point? Really, it's 3 things. It's about changing expectations. Kids, generally speaking, are terrified, and they obviously shouldn't be. It's about enabling greater confidence, and it's about exciting them. That really is the point.
And fundamentally, I think the best prep that you can offer is when kids really enjoy it. And we've had, I think, over 3,500 kids now who've really enjoyed the interview prep they've done with us at 11 plus.
Okay, one piece of advice for parents. We're not parents, so it's often difficult to give advice, but mine would be school transitions should be positive. They are fun. So have an air of positivity in everything you do, would be mine.
Mine kind of follows on from that, maybe more practically, which is to try and set up the schools that you're applying to in a horizontal hierarchy. This idea of putting them all on a level playing field. They are all different, but they are all brilliant in their own ways, rather than the vertical hierarchy of a league table, which will always set up some kind of idea of success or failure for the child involved. So keep it light, keep it positive, keep them involved, and things should go well.